After 12 grueling hours on a construction site, I drag myself home exhausted, only to find Karen's gleaming $100,000 BMW parked squarely in my driveway again, for the umpteenth time over months. This luxury real estate agent treats my spot like her private staging zone for open houses, directing wealthy couples around million-dollar colonials while my truck sits blocked. When I politely ask her to move, she snaps, "I always park here. Deal with it." The next morning, a crisp $50 fine is slapped on my work truck for street parking. Her BMW untouched, of course. Her husband runs the HOA board, and the rules seem designed to crush guys like me while protecting their little empire. So I decided to brick it off completely. A fresh property survey confirmed it. 100% my land, zero easements or shared access. Time to remind this woman that construction workers don't just build houses. We sometimes build justice. What followed involved permits, concrete, steel reinforcement, and Karen learning a very expensive, very permanent lesson about whose driveway she'd been using as her personal parking lot. Spoiler, the HOA board was furious, but they had no leg to stand on. My name's Garrett Morrison, and I should have seen the storm coming the day my new neighbor introduced herself by having my truck towed. 3 months earlier, I'd moved into Willowbrook Estates for a fresh start after a messy divorce. I inherited my grandmother's 1960s red brick ranch house, established oaks, real character in a sea of cookie-cutter McMansions. At 43, earning solid money as a construction foreman, I figured suburban Michigan would let me stay close to my teenage daughter Mila and keep life drama-free. I was dead wrong. The morning after I moved in, I'm loading my F-150 at 5 a.m. for an early job when this perfectly groomed woman in yoga pants marches over. Designer athleisure, fresh highlights, manicured nails that have never seen real work. Without introduction, she announces, "You can't park that thing on the street. HOA bylaws prohibit commercial vehicles overnight." I glance around. 3 other work trucks sit in driveways and on streets nearby. "Those aren't commercial," she says coolly. "Those belong to longtime homeowners. They have understandings." The word understandings makes my skin crawl. She introduces herself as Brenda Whitmore, HOA secretary. Her husband Dale is president. "We maintain property values here," she adds, her vanilla perfume clashing with the diesel exhaust hanging in the dew-soaked air. Everything about her screams entitlement, from the "sold for you" vanity plates on her leased BMW to the way she eyes my dust-covered work clothes like I'm polluting her perfect neighborhood. I extend a calloused hand. "Nice to meet you, Brenda. I am Garrett Morrison." She doesn't shake it. "It's Mrs. Whitmore, and you'll need alternative parking arrangements immediately." That afternoon, I returned from a 12-hour drywall job bone-tired, only to find her BMW fully occupying my driveway. She's staging an open house 3 doors down, waving in rich couples while turning my property into her valet service. The irony burns like month-old coffee. I can't park my truck on the street, but she can commandeer my private driveway for profit. I walk over, boots crunching her decorative gravel. She turns, her professional smile vanishing the second she registers the concrete, dust on my jeans, and a Morrison Construction logo on my shirt. "Excuse me, Mrs. Whitmore, you're parked in my driveway." She waves dismissively, already turning back to her clients. "Oh, that. I always use this spot for showings, better sight lines than the street. It's my driveway now." Her gaze hardens as she takes in my honest sweat and labor-worn clothes, shifting from dismissive to disgusted. "Look," she lowers her voice so her clients can't hear. "I've been using this space for years. Your grandmother never complained." My grandmother was 87 and half blind. "Well, I'm sure we can work something out. Maybe if you parked your vehicle somewhere more appropriate during business hours." The couple she's showing the house to exchanges awkward glances. Perfect suburban harmony interrupted by the blue-collar guy who doesn't know his place. Before I can reply, Dale emerges from their house like he's been watching through the blinds. Big, soft guy in khakis and a polo, radiating the confidence of someone who's never been truly challenged. "Everything all right here, sweetheart?" He steps closer than necessary, protective. That's when it hits me. This isn't a simple parking spat. It's a territory war, and the rules are rigged, so working guys like me always lose. The first week set the pattern. Brenda turned my driveway into her staging area while weaponizing the HOA against me. Monday at 4:30 a.m., a white envelope under my windshield. Violation notice for commercial vehicle parking. $50 fine, Dale's signature on official letterhead. Her BMW already in my driveway for a 9 a.m. showing. I start documenting everything. Timestamps, photos, plates. Divorce taught me. Without evidence, you're just another guy nobody believes. By Thursday, 3 more violations. $150 total while she profits off my land. Friday evening, I try diplomacy. She opens her door in full real estate armor. Blazer, pearls, glass-cutting smile. Her house smells like vanilla candles and Lysol. Artificial perfection. We need to discuss the parking. I say. Dismissive wave. Your grandmother and I had an understanding. Security purposes, someone keeping an eye on things. She's rewriting history, turning theft into charity. I don't need security. I need my driveway back. Her mask slips, revealing calculation. Property values depend on standards. Your truck, your schedule, the aesthetic, it affects everyone's investment. There it is. I'm lowering values by existing. Too blue-collar for their fantasy. So you're protecting me by stealing my spot. I'm protecting everyone. Maybe park more appropriately. Conversation over. War officially declared. That weekend, I treat it like a job site. Photograph her BMW schedule. Saturday 8:47 a.m. to 3:22 p.m. Sunday 10:15 a.m. to 4:45 p.m. Clockwork. Construction taught me details endure. Memory fades. I apply the same to her trespass pattern. Monday brings escalation. Orange traffic cones block my driveway when she's not using it. Handwritten sign reading, private staging area, authorized vehicles only. My own property cordoned like her satellite office. Audacity impressive, if not infuriating. But she picked a fight with someone who moves obstacles for a living. I relocate her cones to my yard and park my F-150 where it belongs. The diesel ticks satisfied in the quiet evening. Tuesday 6:15 a.m. Tow truck and sheriff's deputy arrive, lights flashing. Tow driver Miguel, fellow site guy, shakes his head. Sorry, man. Call about aggressive behavior and disputes. They want your truck impounded. Deputy Martinez looks reluctant. Brenda emerges in yoga pants, playing victim. Dale behind her, radiating unchallenged confidence. This has been frightening for our family, she says, voice pitched for sympathy. My truck sits legally in my driveway. Martinez examines survey stakes I'd installed. Licensed surveyor, exact lines. I show photos of official docs. Everything between these markers is private property. Brenda jumps in. The real issue is his intimidating behavior toward a licensed professional. Dale nods. Martinez closes his notepad. Civil property dispute. Vehicle legally parked. Document specific incidents if pursuing. Miguel leaves. They retreat, but their look promises more. Afternoon. Process server delivers papers from Whitmore and Associates Real Estate, claiming interference with business, demanding $5,000 for lost commissions from harassment and access denial. She's suing me for parking in my own driveway, alleging my presence scared buyers. Audacity terrifying, legal fees could bankrupt me. But in the complaint, established 3-year business relationship with previous owner, reasonable expectation of continued access. 3 years of trespass, laying groundwork for prescriptive easement claims. Michigan needs 15 years for that, but she's building a case. Digging through Grandma's papers, I find HOA violation notices from 2019 to 2021, all for failure to maintain standards and inappropriate vehicle storage. Fines over $2,000. Grandma documented everything. Her final unsent letter complained of selective enforcement and harassment. She was targeted too. Karen picked the wrong family. Cross-referencing her harassment dates with my work logs. I wasn't even home for 2 incidents. 12-hour shifts out of town, time cards and photos prove it. lies, or entitlement so deep my truck's existence is harassment. Breakthrough. Michigan agents must disclose material facts affecting desirability, like neighbor disputes or litigation. Her listings show zero disclosures. Professional misconduct. Wednesday, unmarked surveillance van across the street, telephoto lenses aimed at me. She's hiring PIs. I wave cheerfully at the tinted windows while sipping coffee, diesel mixing with fresh grass, blue-collar perfume. Thursday, postal worker Jim Rodriguez knocks, violation notice for his postal truck in his driveway. $1.50, same as mine. Electrician Rosa Martinez hit 2. Pattern. Targeting blue-collar residents, post my troubles. Higher values mean fewer work trucks, better clients for her empire. Systematic discrimination leaves paper trails. Thursday's emergency HOA meeting reeks of carpet and folding chairs. Brenda's PowerPoint. Declining aesthetics, charts, ugly truck photos. Standards protect investments. Q&A. She admits proactive monitoring from strategic locations over 3 years. She described stalking, using my driveway as surveillance post, on record before 40 witnesses. I stand. Explain your authority over my property. Pull original 1960 HOA charter. Pre-incorporation properties. Mine built 1960. HOA 1987. Retain original rights. Exempt from later covenants. Dale's confidence flickers. Subsequent residents agreed. I never signed. Michigan law protects original rights from retroactive restrictions. Furthermore, her lawsuit admits 3 years unauthorized use, trespass. Then the bombshell. Bank records show violation revenue, $47,000 over 3 years, flowing to Dale's construction company for improvements never bid competitively. Embezzlement. Fraud. Room erupts. Detective enters. Dale arrested for embezzlement and fiduciary abuse. Handcuffs click. Karen screams. You destroyed everything. No, I say quietly. I just parked in my own driveway. 6 months later, board resignations. Audits reveal $80,000 plus in illegal fees. Brenda's license suspended. Business collapses. They sell below market. Flee to Arizona. New board, Rosa president. Rescinds fines, refunds with interest, apologizes. My wall, 4 feet steel reinforced brick facade. Becomes legend, catalyst for change. Property rights meetings, working neighbors coalition, defense fund scholarships, annual bill days for elderly residents. Karen's harassment accidentally built something better. Community valuing honest work over status, solutions over power trips. Construction business boomed. Statewide respect for the guy who beat HOA corruption with documentation and masonry. Standing by my wall with a cold beer. Kids play where work trucks now park freely. Barbecue smoke mixes with fresh concrete. Honest work belongs here. And that's how a construction worker with $800 in brick turned down a corrupt HOA system. Bullies win only when you don't know the rules. Karen assumed a blue-collar guy would roll over. She never imagined midnight research turning surveyor stakes into weapons. What's the most ridiculous HOA fine you've faced? Share your horrors below. Let's expose these suburban power trips together. If this fired you up, hit subscribe. Working people deserve to know. They can push, but they can't make you smaller. Sometimes the strongest foundation is the one you pour yourself.